Hey there guys, StarCraft here, bringing you a game of StarCraft 2 action. Oh yeah. And we have on the bottom left hand position, from Evil Genius, it is ThorZaIN. Crowd cheers, woo, ThorZaIn. And in the top left position we have, it's from Team Liquid, TLO. Whoa, go TLO. So, yeah, I just wanted to do that little opening there. And it turned out to fail. It was so bad, but it's okay. I'm not gonna redo that at all. And alright, so here we go. So it is TLO versus ThorZaIN, and at the time of this replay, ThorZaIN was in Korea, because TLO only plays on the Korean servers right now, as he is in Korea, so it wouldn't really make much sense. Right now he's currently residing in the EG house, and yes, because the Slayers EG relationship has ended. So it is it's not very good for ThorZaIN in terms of practice, because I mean EG Oz is okay, but the Slayers house is better, obviously, because it is a Korean house. Korean houses tend to be better because of their discipline, their diet, their well, just their daily life is a lot more. It's a lot better for pro gamers, anyways. And I'm sure there's convenience into it as well. I mean, I'm sure they live in an apartment. They do live in an apartment, and they have like a chef, a cook, all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool to be a pro gamer for Slayers. And yeah, so that's it on about news on these two players. And actually, I'll just go on what I've been doing so far. I've actually been playing the game the entire time, and it kind of makes me I feel like a douche not making videos, but at the same time I was really bad at it. But I feel like I'm much better now, so I will definitely entertain you guys as much as I can. And yeah, so my last video I left off with was a severely great improvement from any of my previous videos, and even that wasn't that good, because I think I was in gold at the time. I'm diamond right now. I'm high diamond, so I'm actually not bad. And I think I can pretty much get away with doing commentaries now. So yeah, because I have the knowledge base that I need to do it. Yeah, so I'm actually going to be making videos now, and actually I'm a bit rusty because I have not made a single video for like 2 years. So it's been ages. It's been a very long time, and I'm just feeling really weird talking to myself in front of a screen. It used to feel okay, but now it just feels weird. It feels really weird, but I will get used to it again. And I'm actually going to be making videos for this channel again, but it's going to be more focused on playing rather than other things, because I don't really want to do commentaries all the time, because I kind of want to compete with other people for YouTube. I mean, it's hard to do that if you're just doing commentaries. I feel like it's oversaturated, the amount of people just doing it. I mean, it's a lot of people, and you have to get really lucky to actually get loads of views, or you have to have started off really early, like StarCraft would have started off really early. And you also need loads of dedication doing that, and time. I don't have time or dedication, as a matter of fact, because I'm not too interested in the commentary. So I'm just going to be doing commentaries, a few commentaries of programmers, maybe my own kind of videos, kind of like what Sai does a bit. Yeah, I think that would be a really good description, actually. So yeah, that's it. So here we go. Here comes the commentary now. Alright, so looks like ThorZaIN is doing a double CC opening with Reactor Hellions, and it's a very good opening because it gets you 2 CCs, and it's really good. Of course, it makes you a little more bit more vulnerable to all-ins, but it's generally actually okay, because the Zerg cannot do anything about this command center going down. So it's very good, and you have map control with these Hellions. We're actually seeing a 6-screen opener from TLO, so he's actually gonna that makes sense, right? I know, I'm so good at this. He's actually gonna end up being able to easily defend any Hellion, Banshee, or even just Hellions from entering the base. And actually he's gonna be able to deny Hellions from denying creep spread, and it's actually going to be very effective. It's going to be extremely effective denying these Hellions from doing any damage of any sort. So actually, ThorZaIN's in a bit of trouble in terms of the creep spread. The creep spread is gonna go crazy right now. He is doing the Hellion Banshee opener. I forgot to point out the starport was going down. So this is a Hellion Banshee opener. It's a very, very good opener. He has swapped the barracks and the factory, so he's not going to be seeing any more Hellions anymore, unless he just makes it out of the single factory. But he is in fact going to make a tech lab, so we're probably going to see siege tanks coming out of that factory. And yeah, nothing too abnormal right now. It's a very popular style. It's been really popular, and it looks like he's swapping the barracks and the starport. He's actually just going to build a tech lab, a barracks over the tech lab, and it's going to be all good. TLO's third base just finished up. He is sending drones over and building a spore. He knows exactly what's coming, and I don't know if he actually saw it or if he did. He see? Yeah, he already knows that there is a Banshee, because there's one right in his natural. So he is going to do his best to defend it, and it looks like 4-kill Banshee. That's okay for the Banshee. It's not that, I don't think it's that worth it, 4 kills, but it's still there, so it can get more kills. Its kills can rank up as the game progresses. So we'll just have to see how he uses the Banshees. And as you can see, TLO doing his signature style, which is extreme creep spread, and the 6-screen opener really allows him to do that extremely well. And I better get up the projection tab, because it's extremely useful tab. And we're seeing a Viking from ThorZaIN. No reactor on the starport yet. He is not going to go into medevacs yet, just as yet. He does have double gas on both, on his natural and his main, and he's actually getting double gas here as well. So he's actually looking for a lot of gas, and yes, so he's probably going to get loads of upgrades. He is getting upgrades. He is getting 1-1, and he's going to get the armory just in time to get 2-2. And then he's actually just going to end up producing tanks, getting upgrades. I'm sure you'll get the upgrade for the vehicle upgrade as well, because it is actually very useful to get the vehicle upgrade, because it just makes your tank so much stronger. And we're actually seeing a little engagement here from the Banshee and the Queen, but the Banshee was not really able to do anything. Still 4 kills, probably was able to get a few shots off the screen, but not really very successful at all. The Banshee is pretty much being thwarted its attempts to do anything. So the creep is still going on. ThorZaIN hasn't really done much to reside this creep any further. It's just kind of creeping into ThorZaIN's side of the map, and eventually it's going to reach there, and it's going to be a big problem for ThorZaIN. So you better actually do something about it. 4th coming down for TLO, which is a good timing for TLO, and he's actually getting roaches, interestingly enough. I'm not sure if he thinks he's going for mech, or if he's just getting roaches because it's a little stylistic thing, or not quite so sure. But I guess he is getting roaches, and let's see how he uses the roaches. There are Hellions here, gonna try a lot of lings there, caught off. No damage done to these Hellions at all. He's gonna be able to reside some of this creep, and very good for ThorZaIN. He's actually destroying the creep, and he's destroyed a lot of creep. Actually, this is a lot of creep to get rid of. So this is really good. ThorZaIN's in a really good position. But Roach is coming in now, and it looks like the Roaches will get intercepted though. Ling burn by though happening in ThorZaIN's natural. ThorZaIN easily cleans up the Roaches. Oh no, they retreated, sorry. But the Lings are still here. Lings died, and yeah, they didn't. That was actually pretty bad for TLO, because the Lings didn't do any damage, and the Roaches kind of just ran into tanks and Marines. I think the Paling just sent the Lings down this path, and then the Roaches came down this path, and it wasn't very good for him. So he's still going Roaches, so he's obviously just part of his plan. Roaches are really good tanking damage, but they cluster up a lot. And that's what makes them bad against tanks. But they're really good takers of damage from the Marines, and they can be quite nice when complemented with Banelings. So we should be seeing Marauders being added into the mixture of Marine tank. And these Roaches are kind of just moving in here. Roaches are moving in. Banelings not yet ready yet. Banelings are ready. And my dog is barking because there's so much excitement here. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but he is so excited at this engagement. But now it looks like both players going away from each other, and I completely forgot the little name plate thing. Wow, I have no idea what that's called for some odd reason. But anyways, we're seeing a drop here coming from ThorZain, and to be honest, ThorZain hasn't really been that aggressive with drops and things. He has moved into aggressive positions. Like when he was here, this was a really good spot for ThorZain because he was being really aggressive, pushing the creep back and all sorts. So it was a really nice spot, but obviously he couldn't stay there because TLO could reinforce extremely easily there, and he had a lot of units. So we're seeing a drop here, and it will get cleaned up by this roaches. Infestors are out, and we're seeing at the same time ThorZain is cleaning up some of the creep. He's multitasking a bit here. TLO not wanting to engage into the army of ThorZain, and actually got some roaches here. Those must have been bad rallied roaches, or just roaches are sent to their dooms. And it looks like ThorZain doing another drop here, trying to be as annoying as possible, but not quite so sure how many workers have been killed. 8 workers killed for ThorZain, and that's not a lot, but it's better than TLO, I guess. It's 8-0, but I guess if you say he lost a Banshee and a drop for 8 workers, I guess that's already too worth it. But he is moving into a really nice position here, really aggressive with this army, so let's see what he can do with it. Kind of, those Marines were a bit of a waste there, kind of went a bit too front. And yes, so it looks like ThorZain in a really interesting position. My dog is so excited. But anyways, it's okay. And it looks like we're getting into an engagement here. And no, TLO decides to back off here. And I should get this off. Yeah, there you go. I'm actually holding my mic with one hand, so it's actually really weird. I have to get my right hand, which is holding the mouse, to turn this stuff off. So I'm actually forgetting all of this, like the names and the production tab and all that kind of stuff. It's really annoying. But yeah, so looks like ThorZain still in this position here. Well, I can't really say who's winning or not, but Ultras are going to be finished soon. Well, I mean the upgrade for their armor, and Ultras are in fact going to be coming out in just a second. A few are already out, but a few more will be arriving soon. So we have, at the moment, we have 4 Ultras, and TLO's army is moving into position. And actually, whoa, this would be interesting. No, he is not going to go past the army of ThorZain. He is in fact going to engage it. ThorZain's army looks pretty split out. Tanks are everywhere. Really nice split of tanks. And it looks like, well, I'm sure TLO can clean this up pretty easily though. And here comes a flank, and this is really nice. TLO in a great position. 40-50 supply lead for TLO. This is really good for TLO. And we are seeing a lot of command centers being thrown down. ThorZain's minerals are obviously getting a bit high. But really, I'd say it's in favor of TLO, definitely. He has 200 to 140 supply. That's pretty big. So this is huge. TLO still worrying about creep. This is what makes him such a good player. He is still thinking about small things such as creep. And here we go, 4 tanks here doing a lot of damage. And he does have +1 for these tanks, doing a lot of damage here. These roaches attacking a lot of damage as well. The Ultras just coming in here. I'm not sure about sending these 2 Ultras into these. Oh, a lot of Banelings here. Might get a huge Baneling hit. Yes, a lot of Banelings going about to go down here. And we are seeing roaches just in the 3rd of ThorZain. And this is really bad for ThorZain. ThorZain, in fact, losing the 4th. He could obviously land this, and this is exactly what he's going to do. But he does not have planetary there, so he will suffer some defenses for getting this earlier 4th base. And I think he lost some SCVs here, unless he did transfer them down here. I wasn't sure. Well, I did not see. And we can actually take a look at the work skill, and now it is way ahead for TLO. It is 25 to 15. So ThorZain in a bit of trouble here, not really being able to harass too much because TLO does have units along his bases, did Roach, and he does have 3 armor, +3 armor, +1 range attack, and +2 melee attack. So he has been getting loads of upgrades. And it's actually interesting to see him incorporate roaches into his mixture of units, since he is only going marine tank. But it looks like engagement is just missed out there. But TLO has a big army to ThorZain's 140 supply army, which is actually very bad for ThorZain. He is really behind. And these Banelings being taken out here. +1 attack almost finished here. 2 Ultras going to be coming out. I'm not sure if he should engage here. He should just wait for the rest of his units. No, he's just going to go for it. He's engaging now. And we're seeing Ultras just ripping through everything. Fungals going down. Oh, he picked up a medevac here. possibly saving the units inside, but not sure. He might end up losing the medevac. He better send it to safety. And we're seeing these ultras just rip through everything. But ThorZaIN should be able to hold this, but he has way more than enough tanks here. And more ultras though coming in though, so it might actually look... Oh, it's really close actually, but he does hold. ThorZaIN holds very nicely. And looks like ultras are retreating and the queen just gonna be dying. Thinking, why was they creep on this area? Damn it, TLO. And that was horrible because my voice decided to stop working for a moment. But anyways, it looks like TLO in a fabulous position with the 5th and the 6th taking the gases, because it's very important for Zerg to have gases. And ThorZaIN trying to push the creep back, but it is extremely hard to push the creep back with TLO's giant army of death. And 7 ultras coming out now for TLO. This is gonna be insane. He's just gonna hug all of this army, and it's just gonna destroy it in a single hug. And it's just gonna be really, really sad for ThorZaIN, because the ultralisks they're just too friendly. So that's exactly what we're gonna see. And yeah, it's just pretty much macro for the moment. This pretty much looks like GG for ThorZaIN. I can't see him coming back from this game. Spire going down for TLO a bit. I think it could have gone down way earlier, and it could have made an earlier transition, but I think this is okay though anyways, because he has 1 million ultralisks. He has 13 ultralisks, and actually has a ton of drones. So I just realized this. He has a lot of drones. He has 74 drones for this point of the game where people usually like to spine up and all sorts. Actually seeing a drop coming up here for ThorZaIN. I'm not sure if TLO spotted it with this Ling though, so I'm not sure how much damage it will do. I think it might do a lot of damage actually. You should be able to take out this base. Or not, I'm not sure if it can. But it looks like we're seeing an engagement here. Wow, look at these ultralisks. Just so many ultralisks here. They are actually dying quite fast. So, Bailey's going down on the workers and the mules. That's not good. But the ultralisks, actually, I don't think they did really well in this engagement. But to be honest, TLO still has a supply lead. He has a 40 supply lead, despite all of that. And it looks like ThorZaIN is bringing the rocks down to gain access to this base. He wants to destroy bases. And he's actually not using his Banshee. He could use his Banshee to harass this mineral line, and to possibly even take out the base if TLO doesn't do anything about it. But it looks like TLO is in fact aware of this drop, and he's going to be able to take care of it. ThorZaIN should pick up and just run away, because there's just a lot of lanes here. And they probably have adrenal glands. I'm not sure if he researched it. Yes, he did. Greater Spire coming up for TLO. I'm not sure what this ultra is doing. We have some bad rallied ultras there. Still some very sick creep spread here. Still maintaining his creep. ThorZaIN probably trying to push back a bit here. He's probably going to try. Not sure why he's sending a Thor out to do that as well. But he is out there. And actually TLO has been doing a lot of bad rallies this game. But yeah, it looks like ThorZaIN is dropping still, and this Banshee is actually being used now, but he could get it away. No, and it's actually kills Queen, so that's really good. For ThorZaIN, we're actually seeing Ravens coming out from ThorZaIN, and it looks like he's swapping into kind of a mech transition. I mean, I'm just seeing siege tanks and Thors and air units coming out for ThorZaIN right now, and it looks like a mech transition, so I wouldn't be surprised. ThorZaIN still being annoying with this drop. I'm not sure how much damage it's actually done though, but I'm sure it has been doing a lot of damage, keeping TLO on his toes. ThorZaIN at the same time really testing his multitasking, just trying to get rid of the sweep spread, picking up at the last minutes, and the Ultralisk does in fact get those Marines. And it looks like ThorZaIN's drops are just getting shut down left, right. I mean, this one did do a bit of damage, quite a bit of damage. The one that came here, not too long ago. The double drop that got pretty much annihilated with only 2 Marines left. Did quite a bit of damage. There's a random medevac here. And the infested turn. Gonna be avoid. No, he's gonna save it. He's gonna save that. Not sure what he's gonna do with this Marauder, but he's gonna do something with it. And we're actually seeing Broodlords out in the map somewhere. Not sure where are the Broodlords. Let's see where this Corruptor goes. He'll take. There we go. The Broodlords are here. The Broodlords are going to be finished soon, and then it's going to be the doom of ThorZaIN, because ThorZaIN has very tank heavy army. Not too many Vikings, as far as I can see. Just 2. Let's see, he has 3 Vikings, so that is not good at all for ThorZaIN. And well, both players actually don't have much of a bank, so it's actually important to keep these bases alive. TLO has been. ThorZaIN actually has good amount of bases as well, although not as many as TLO, and I still think TLO is ahead in this situation because he just had a much earlier supply lead and he has a really good competition. So we're seeing Banelings getting in here. They won't do too much damage. Loads of tanks here, lots of Thors. 3-3 actually, Thors. No, just 3-0, 3-0. Sorry. But that's still pretty good. He's got 3-0 upgrades for them, Thors and siege tanks. I'm sure he has 3-3 for Marines, Marauder. Let's see. Yeah, he does. He does have 3-3 for Marine and Marauder. So being able to keep up with upgrades pretty good. We're seeing a flyer attacks level 1 being researched right now, and yeah, this is a pretty nice army for TLO. And we're actually not seeing any more army coming out for TLO because he can't really make anything else because he's maxed out. But ThorZaIN's also maxed out, so let's see what. Oh, Infestor's kind of running in. Oh, he lost like 2 or 3 Infestors there in that little thing. That was not good. That was not good at all for TLO. He lost 10 supply or more to that. Tanks on siege. Now he could move in if he wanted to. Raven's out. Ooh, some Hunter Seeker missiles coming in. But TLO spreading out his Brood Lords very nicely here. Viking production is being increased. We're seeing Vikings coming out for ThorZaIN. He really needs to get those Vikings up to get rid of these Brood Lords because the Thors are just not enough. We're seeing loads of Ultras and Banelings moving in now, going in for the kill. Not sure what the Banelings are going to be doing here, but they are going to be crashing into the siege tanks. Ultras just ripping everything, and these Infestors just hanging around. Nothing to really fungal here right now. Going to be targeting the base, but the Roach is blocking. No, there we go. He fixes it. He is going to indeed be targeting his base down. This base should go down with ease for TLO. And Lings just everywhere, and it's just a big mess for ThorZaIN. ThorZaIN doing a drop though. He is not paying attention to the drop. I think he is paying more attention to his main. Yes, he is in microing his army. And there we go. The drop is actually being done now, but he's targeting the. Oh, he's targeting the cocoon. That's actually not. That's actually pretty good. That's really. He doesn't want the Ultras trying to clean up this drop, so he wants to be able to keep this drop alive. There we go. Focusing down on the hatchery. I think he could have done that earlier, but anyways, it looks like forcing the lift off ThorZaIN's 3rd and 4th. And that is not good for ThorZaIN. This is a really bad position to be in ThorZaIN. And not even killing. Oh, he kills the 5th base. That is good. Something good for ThorZaIN finally happens. But TLO taking another 5th base down here. And ThorZaIN loses the entire drop. But he does kill the 5th base up here. And it looks like TLO. The engagement ended. That was a pretty big engagement actually. But it looks like. Looks like TLO just gonna go for it. I mean, he's maxed out. ThorZaIN's 100, so he has double the supply. I'm pretty sure he can do anything at this point of game. He could probably lose his army and just make it again, because TLO is starting to build up a bank, whereas ThorZaIN has no bank. Actually has 5 Vespene gas, and he has no gas in any of his refineries. That is so sad, except for the ones he's building currently. So. Let us see what is going to happen. And it looks like Ultra's coming in into the main, but it looks like I'm not sure if he's going to be able to deflect this. This might be ThorZaIN's death, because it looks like the Ultras actually this huge choke here created by the auto turrets, this command center. So the Ultras aren't doing the same amount of damage they should be doing, and ThorZaIN GG's out of the game, because the next wave, if he holds, which I don't think he would have been able to, but if he were to hold, then he would have just got obliterated by the next wave, and it would have just been very sad for ThorZaIN. So very well played to TLO, well played to ThorZaIN for hanging in there, because he was quite behind for a large amount of the game, especially in supply. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. More to come of me playing or commentaries, and I will see you guys next time.